Alright then my friends, the next directive I want to talk about is one called x-4, and it's one we'd use to create a loop in the template. Now, you might be thinking, why would we want to create a loop in the template? And the answer could be many different reasons. One reason could be that you've fetched some data, like for example, a list of blogs, and you want to output a snippet of template for each blog. And rather than hard code the template for each and every one, you could make a loop to loop through those blogs and output that snippet of template for each one of them. So we're not going to fetch any data, but I do want to demo how this works by making a loop for the belt options in the select tag, so that rather than coding each of these options by hand, we're going to make a loop to output all of them instead. Now again, you might be thinking this is pointless, and to be honest with you, you might have a point. But sometimes a drop-down list like this might have about 100 different options. For example, if you're choosing a country of birth, and in cases like that where all the options might be being fetched from an API, then it would make sense, right? So even though for this particular project it might seem overkill, I still want to show you how something like this can be done. Anyway, let's start by storing the belt choices inside the data object, which we can then loop through to output each one in its own option tag. So we head to that file, and I'm just going to paste in a property called belt choices. And you can see it's just an array of different strings, all the different belt colors, right? So now we can loop through this array in the select tag, and we can output an option for each one inside it. To do that then, we can head back to that select tag, and we're going to delete all the options except for the very first one, which is just a dummy option where we tell the user to choose a belt color. And then, just like when we use the x-if directive, we need to use a template tag to attach the x4 directive to. So let's make that, and then within it we can say x-4 and set it equal to something. Now, when we use Alpine, we essentially use a for in loop where we say something like for and then choice in belt choices, right? So belt choices is the array property we just made, which we want to loop through, and choice refers to each value in the array for each iteration. So for the first iteration, that would be black, then white, then red, and so forth. Okay, so now inside this template, we just need to output an option tag for each choice. So I'm going to say option right here and then tab. And then on that option, we need to use some attribute binding for the value because it's dynamic. So we could say colon, then value is equal to, and it's going to be the choice. We also need some text for the option tag, which should also be the choice as well. So let's use the x-text directive to output that choice as well. And I think for now, that's all there is to it. There are a few more things I want to talk about shortly, but we'll try this out first, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about those other things. All right then, so now in a browser, I'm going to refresh just to make sure we caught the changes. And if we try to select a belt, we can see all of those still work. Awesome. Okay, so just very quickly, I've got a few little things I want to mention before we move on. Firstly, it's generally good practice to bind a key attribute on the template tag when you use a loop like this. And the value of that key should be something unique to every value inside the array that we're looping through. Ideally, it should be something like an ID, but in our case, I can just use the choice itself because I know that every value or every choice is unique. And the reason we should have this key attribute is so that for each item we output in the template, Alpine can assign that key to it, which then enables Alpine to efficiently keep track of each item if they ever get reordered or something. In our example, it's not really a problem if we don't have it because we're not going to delete options or reorder them or anything like that. But if you will be doing things like that, then make sure you add the key attribute and set it to be something unique for each value. The second thing I wanted to mention is that we can also access the index of each item in the array by wrapping parentheses around the choice right here, and then after the choice itself, a comma, say index. And now, if you wanted to, you could use this index in the template. It's going to start at 0, then 1, then 2, etc. I don't need to do that. I just wanted to show you how to access it anyway in case you want it. The final thing I want to mention about loops is that inside the template tag, you should only have a single root element. And the same was true for when we used the x-if directive. If you have multiple root elements, it's not going to work properly. All right, so that's about it for this lesson. Next up, we'll be using another directive to hide and show a modal.